Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. How you guys all doing today? Welcome back, Mr. Bodie, Mr. Viking, Mr. Panalon. One of these days I'll get that right. Papa 55 Can, Tony Trucker. How you guys all doing? Hope you had a good weekend. So I've done a little bit of harvesting over the weekend. Got a couple of fields done. This is obviously the potato one I had. Got it ploughed up. Stones picked off. Obviously just liming it now. I've basically taken this field next to his, made that into one big long one. That's already planted with some canola. I've currently got the field in the distance just there, being ploughed up. Yeah, so got a few other fields to get done. Obviously I've got long grain rice to get harvested, and there's a couple of other fields to be sorted out as well along the way. But yeah, not doing too bad, thanks. Not too bad. Let's see. Right, so hello chat. Any figure out on how to get the train to stop yet? As far as I'm aware, if you rent it, you should be able to stop it. It'll automatically stop at the station. The Papa 55 can. Now I do have a delivery due any moment from Amazon. It's my new sticks. I decided to go with the Thrustmaster, and I just missed it a little bit because I wasn't paying attention there. Let's go back and get that. I hate leaving little bits. There we go. Yes, it's literally outside from the tower block that I'm living in, from the looks of it. So I'm probably going to get a knock on the door any minute for that. So yes, that's an interesting first setup. Yeah. So so obviously I've got my little spreader on the front. Obviously it does have the slightly bigger capacity as normal, but I did modify one of the Annaberger what you call it? Annabert. Hang on. Yeah, I added one of these little guys. You can see this one right here. So it holds a little bit more. Obviously it's set to bulk as well, so it helps. It really does help getting some of these fields done. That's for sure. But yes, it is definitely interesting. It just goes by unless you jump in front of it and click X on the gamepad. Interesting. Should we do a quick test then for a little Papa 55 can? Let's find a train. Any train in particular you're having issues with there, Papa? Oh, dang it, what the heck? It's just literally jumped from the bottom of my tower block to about 3 tower blocks away. Oh, I give up with Amazon. I really do. If not, I could just choose any old one. Let's go with that one, should we? We'll try all of them out. Where the heck's the trigger? Oh, I'm still doing it. There we go. Right, so F1. All do the same. Click on right and doesn't stop. Okay, let's have a look. So R key. So it's going to take a little while to get here. It's 150.7 kilometers away. So we'll keep an eye out. We'll just stay here for the minute. But yeah, hope you guys all had a good weekend. And also, by the way, I made a bit of an oops on Friday. Oh, actually, technically it was before that, but nobody picked it up before I released the last update. Obviously, with the Pizza Factory, if you guys weren't aware, yeah, it had no textures when it was released. I have actually gone in since the stream, fixed the textures on the Pizza Factory, and obviously updated the pack. So most of you who may have got it afterwards should be okay. But yeah, what you want to do is just come into here. If yours is showing white, we'll come down and we'll find the Pizza Factory. Somewhere in here is a Pizza Factory. Oh my gosh. Need to get these categorized, I think, next. So yeah, yours should technically be showing like that. If it's not, you'll probably get a ton of texture warnings and errors. Yeah, if you do exclamation mark pizza in chat, you can get just this for the download. There's a link I put out on Friday, around about an hour, maybe 2 hours after I was streaming on Friday. So yeah, hopefully most of you got the update anyway. Thank you, Viking, for pinning that as well. Much appreciated. So yeah, make sure you get it updated just in case. Now, actually, while we're waiting, we've got a little bit of a well over the weekend. Well, actually, after Friday, after I was really bugged off myself about the pizza factory, um, I decided to make a start on two factories. It's basically two factories for productions, in essence. And actually, while I think about it, let me do this. Oh, wrong one. I need my little buttons. And I'm going to give Mr. Viking Streaming a shout out. If you guys don't follow Mr. Viking, click on that link, give him a follow. Hey there, Dead Soul. So, obviously, I know for some of you guys who may have tuned in to Green Thumb Farmer's stream yesterday, he did show off two mods that I've basically done over the weekend. One I did Friday night, one I pretty much done yesterday. Took a little while, but I got there. So first thing is, if I scroll through, the first one is obviously the PV Canyon Crossing coffee factory that I did is now back in game. So far, no warnings, no errors. The only thing I might do is change how that shows, so it's lowercase rather than big, because obviously Green Thumb did mention that it was kind of like in your face. So, oh, Papa 55 can, thank you very much for the 400 biddies, much appreciated. Do I sleep very rarely? No, I do. I get quite a few hours each night, so yeah. But yeah, I've got the coffee factory. Now with this, within the mod itself, there will be a second placeable that goes with it. Obviously this is going to be under greenhouses. And if I just scroll down, because I'm probably going to pass it, there it is. We do have our own coffee plantation as well. Obviously I just took the hops plantation, tweaked it a little bit, removed a few things, added the coffee in from 22. And yeah, it looks kind of good. I don't know why Green Thumb should say Boomhauer had any issues. Mine works fine. I'll actually pop over to mine in just a minute once we get this train checked and sorted out. How you doing there, T Miller? And Farming Trucker. No idea where the heck this train is. It's taking forever, but we'll carry on. So that's the first one. So that's going to be the coffee factory. That I'm kind of umming about whether I want to put it on my Trello or put it in the next update for the map. Obviously, if it goes in the next update for the map, I can add it into Barrow Logistics easily for you guys who are using the second one. But yeah, if you guys are not following T Miller Farming Trucker, make sure to click on the links, give him a follow. Thank you very much for the 3 stream streak. I'm sure it'll be a lot more than that, Farming Trucker. I'd be kind of curious what T Miller's up to now. I'm pretty sure he's well over 100 now. So that's the first one. Actually, while I'm here, I'll show the next one because can you give it a hint into the next one? So obviously, little tobacco plantation as well. So I went into Canyon Crossing again, grabbed the tobacco out of there. It's a bit smaller than I hoped for. I was hoping for a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. So it's going to work in the same way as the coffee and stuff like that. So obviously, all you're going to need is water and obviously a fertilizer product going into it. So yeah, you know where it is by now, I'm sure you do. But to go with that, I've got to try and find it now. Oh, sell points. Factories, somewhere in amongst here, is a rather large chewing tobacco factory. So yeah,
Hello there.
Got this back. I'm going to keep the prices as they are. Actually, I kind of think they're right where they should be. So yeah, we've got the chewing tobacco back. Also, we've got the tobacco plantation to go up with this. We've got the smaller coffee factory and a smaller coffee plantation, basically. So you can kind of work with Boomhauer stuff as well. By the way, guys, if you weren't aware, they will interchange the products. So yeah. Still on an arm whether I want to put them on my Trello or to put them in the next update. I'm kind of thinking maybe on my Trello to start off with, see what you guys think of it first of all as a test group. And then from there, maybe then add it into the pack later on. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. And Choo Choo is 142.5 away. And thank you very much, by the way, for the T-Rex roar and the hello there from Obi-Wan Kenobi Viking streaming. Mr. Jers Farming Trucker, thank you very much for the 100 biddies. Now, where the heck did my Amazon disappear to? Oh, it's now showing all the way over there. What? Excuse me, come back. Come back. It says you are the next stop, and it's now gone right all the way past me to the other tower blocks. One sec, guys, I just want to check their front door. Might have missed them knocking, hang on. I swear these Amazon drivers are a pain in the bum. Still waiting. No idea. It could be here, it could be over there, it could be somewhere else. I have no idea. I'm still keeping that ear out. Oh, here we go, finally. Here we go. And, oh, okay. Interesting. And it's still showing 140 kilometers away. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Something's a bit fishy there. Obviously, I haven't used the train in a long time, so yeah, I don't tend to use it. Gonna have to look into that, because definitely something not quite right there. So let's return that. There we go. Obviously, yeah, I got charged a bit for it, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, don't know. I'm gonna have to have a look. Yeah, obviously, I am not a map maker, so I don't know how to fix these sort of things. I might have to start learning, I think. But yeah, okay. I will make a note of that and see if we can figure something out. I might have to get a hold of JD fan and see if he can help out with that little bug. Right, new bit of pay. And Farmer Marks, how you doing, bud, by the way? And thank you very much for the 100 biddies. Oppies, thank you very much for the 3 stream streak. Did I miss anybody else out there? Farmer Marks doing 100 biddies there. Yep, much appreciated. But yeah, it's weird. Amazon seem to be here, and then they sort of teleport to another tower block, and then they're here, and then to another tower block, and then... Oh, I give up. Alright, so... check... Oh, there goes the train now. Never stopping trains. Okay. Yeah, definitely something weird there. But yeah, if you can get into it manually while it's going along, then yeah, that's probably going to be the best option. Because, yeah, something's definitely funky wrong with that, for sure. There we go. Carry on with this. And let's see what else you guys have been talking about out there. Let's see, so shout outs for T Miller, Farming Trucker. 106, huh? Wow. Nice one, Mr. Miller. Thank you very much for your continued support. Now, obviously, one thing over the weekend, as you may have seen, I did do some selling. I've actually now got rid of my entire loan that I had, the 3 million. Actually sold some pallets from Barrow Logistics over the weekend. So kind of a bit busy playing, not just modding, that's for sure. I ended up having about 9 million just from pallets and Barrow Logistics. It's crazy how many pallets you build up over a year. Most of that was like the preserves and stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, definitely gave me a nice bundle for sure. I ended up buying the Vodka Factory. Did I actually buy it? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did. Obviously, I got McCain sorted out. That's up and running now. Frito-Lay is up and running. Yep, I do own the Vodka Factory now, so I need to get some potatoes over there. And I'm pretty sure most of the other products are being distributed over there by now, if not. I've done a little bit of work around the back end of Barrow Logistics, which we'll get to in a wee while. I do need to grab a truck from there and a trailer to unload the combine when I start doing the rice field. one of the fields, the grass field that I've got by the BGA over there. I'm going to be ploughing that up. Oops. I'll come get that in a minute. So I've come up here. So this area right here, I'm going to plough it right up. I want to make sure I get all the stones and everything off it before I replant it, because it bugs me. It really does, having these little bits of stones in places. Like, no. It's a small thing for the help you give me on my mods. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, always happy to try and help fellow modder, Mr. T Miller. You know that. And if you ever do need one-on-one help, you're more than welcome to jump in Discord. Just give me a shout. If I'm awake and I'm free, I will try. And obviously, if you're not working as well, that's another thing as well. So I know you work a lot at the minute. So yeah, trying to get together, it's gonna be kind of hard. But yeah, if I can help out, I will try. But yeah, here we go. I think this is the last lane. Oh, one more after this. Okay. But yeah, obviously, now obviously with this setup, you don't have to use this. You could literally use any trailer on the back of here, by the way. Obviously, I've gone for one that's got a higher capacity. So if you really wanted to, the half pipe that I've done, set that to the highest capacity if you wanted to. Or even the bigger trailer. I don't know, it's entirely up to you. Fill it up with lime, have the spreader on the front, and you'd be good to go. It doesn't, yeah. Or any large capacity, because obviously lime does go through quite a lot on this, even with it being edited. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, makes life a little bit easier. You're not stopping halfway through a field just to refill. Ugh, bonkers, it really is. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to over the weekend. Buying, selling, modding. I did get the refinery sorted out for Mr. Dave. I did actually post a little message to him in Discord. Hopefully he gets to see it. I think we may need a new refinery at some point. It's getting a bit dated. Plus I did notice actually back in 22 that some parts of it, even though they're zeroed to the ground, they're floating. But where they're connected to other parts, they may show as being level to the ground. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's almost like we need Mr. Green Thumb or somebody to create a new refinery and sort of thing. But yeah, I noticed. I don't know how many of you guys noticed, but in the refinery there was like oh, you know the big dump bins that you get usually behind shops where they put all their rubbish in. Obviously they've got some of them decorated around here, there and everywhere. Obviously back in 22 on Canyon Crossing, they were actually sunk deep into the ground, or halfway down into the ground. It's crazy. So yeah, but the worst thing is they're linked to something else that when it's set to the ground height, yeah, it's crazy. So you lift one up, the other one starts floating, and yeah, it's bonkers. There we go. So that is fine. Actually, I need this to head off down to the ferry. Oh, there it is. There it is. One sec, guys. Yay, it's finally arrived. Sorry, I'm happy now. The little things make you happy, don't they? Right then. Yeah, so I'm going to be busy wiring that up and getting that set up for hopefully Wednesday stream then. Oh, I could get try it out on the tree harvester and stuff. Oh, excited, excited, excited. I actually, while I was at it, I also bought it's like a camera stand that bolts onto your computer desk. It's also used for like halo lights and stuff. Obviously, by my desk, I've actually got a halo light that I've had for quite some time, but it's actually on a camera tripod at the minute. Obviously, one of the legs broke the other a while ago, and I just haven't had a chance to get it sorted out. I went with, actually I'll show you in just a sec, T Miller, the one I went with. We'll drop that there, just waiting for the plough. Let's go to desktop, and my orders. Yeah, so I ended up going with this one, the Thrustmaster Slim Task Farm Stick. Yes. And that's all because of you guys. Thank you very much for your continued support. So yeah, this is going to be fun to get all these buttons set up. Oh, yes, buttons. Nice one, it works. I hope it works right. I hope so. I really, really hope so. Yes. But yeah, obviously it's nothing special, but this is the other thing I bought. It's basically a little clamp, and also on the top you could have a camera on there mounted. Obviously I'm going to be mounting a halo light. But yeah, this is something I really thought would be beneficial rather than having my little camera stand that's a bit flimsy and crappy, so let's put it that way. uh, Good day, CBM Gaming. How you doing? How do you change your speedometer? That is. Hang on a sec. Of additional game settings mod. So if we actually come into here, for example, it adds a new menu, and obviously up at the top here, you can actually have the HUD showing, yes or no. But also, if you go to the next one, you can actually change the color. So yeah, I've gone to the in-game mod hub, look for additional game settings mod, I believe it's called. Yeah, install it, and you'll be able to tweak things within the game itself. So even the clock, for example, you can change and stuff. So it's kind of cool. Like it. But yeah, I know quite a few people now are using it. Obviously, I've got mine set to red rather than the FS25 green. Um, Too many buttons? Really, Farmer March? Really? Really? Never. You can never have enough buttons. So yeah, this is the guy I am currently waiting for. He's the last one to go onto the ferry. I should really bring back the stone picker, but I probably do it later. Now, one cool thing is, let me jump over here. I did try out the Nexat yesterday on this field here. As you can tell, we have the little tram lines there. It's kind of interesting. Now, the thing is, I'm kind of curious about is whether or not these lime tram lines, as I'm going to call them, get planted. Obviously, I'm stood right on it and it's not showing anything. So I'm guessing when the crop starts growing, it will have these little, oh, excuse me, tram lines for the wheels to go down, so it's not doing any crop damage, which is what it does in real life as well. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting when it comes to harvesting this little field. But this is a field of canola. Oh, yes, what word? I need to get a truck and trailer, so now just really waiting for that lot at the minute. Let's see. That's not the one I want. Where's my truck that was here? My man truck. Man truck, man truck, man truck, man truck, man truck, man truck. Where did I stick you there? Actually, yeah, I'll pop back down to Barrow Logistics very quickly. Visit. So obviously I am using the distribute to and from one, so it's kind of cool. You can start now. I am here. Hey PJ, how you doing? If you guys are not following PJ as well, guys, make sure to click on her link, give her a follow, and hopefully Farming Trucker got a shout out as well as Farmer Marks there. I hope so. But yeah, how you doing, PJ? Hope you had a good weekend as well. Yeah, no worries. So around the back of our logistics, I have put down one of Green Thumb Farmers' little sheds here for all my red equipment to go in. So I do have my little red trailers and stuff in here. My truck is elsewhere because I'm using it. Now, one thing I did do is I emptied out the silo that was on my main farm, and I've actually brought it all down here to this big, humongous 15 million litre one. Because I thought, well, why the heck not utilize it while it's here? Now, the only problem is the display is kind of weird. It's floating almost. But yeah, I've got some products in here that I can use. Not a lot left over after filling up most of the factories, but it's getting there. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at here. Obviously, actually, while I think about it, now that a few more of you guys are out there, I can show these off. So, let me jump over here. So first of all, so you guys remember back in 22, obviously I did this coffee factory for Canyon Crossing. So, yep, it is back exactly the same way as it was back then. Great, great, I meant to ask about that silo. Yeah, it's a grain silo, so anything that's under the silo category should go into it. It's just the base game one, but a good capacity on it, so you can definitely use it quite well. And thank you very much for the 5 stream streak as well there, PJ. I'm pretty sure it's probably more than that, but Twitch having the funny 5 minutes. So with this, you will obviously need, like I said, the coffee plantation for getting the coffee. Oh good, it's all filled up, just about. I'm missing a little bit of eggnog, but it's getting there, so let's get this active. And thank you very much, Anonymous, for the air horn. Holy crap, I'm now deaf. And Mr. NBC Master Dad, thank you very much for the 31-month resub. Wow, holy crap. 39 months in total. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. But yeah, if you guys are not following Mr. NBC Master Dad, make sure to click on that link, give him a follow. He's big in Satisfactory at the minute. If you haven't checked him out, definitely click on the link and catch him when he goes live. I think he's got another couple of days before he goes back to work, I think it is, so yay. You've got a chance. But anyway, go back to the coffee factory. Yeah, so it's going to be exactly the same recipes as it was in 22. So stuff you're going to need is banana, coconut, coffee, eggnog, glass jars. Obviously, glass jars were added in. Mint, orange, and pecans. Obviously, thankfully, no pallets. And obviously, output products, you're going to be getting a banana pecan coffee, a chocolate coconut coffee, a chocolate mint coffee, an eggnog coffee, and an orange coffee. So, yay! Oh, you're very, very welcome. You really, really are. So, yeah, obviously these are from a real life coffee company based out of New York. Obviously, this is the New York Gourmet Coffee range. So, yeah. Might add in a few more, I don't know. I'll have to have a look, see what we currently have in the map and what else they may have. But I think those 5 are good for the minute. And they're definitely a good way of making a bit of extra money out of it. So obviously that is that. Obviously with this, obviously you've got your player trigger just there on the steps. Around the back, so we've got an unmarked player unloaded area right here for your pallets and stuff to go into. Obviously it does have the marker there, but it is what it is. And then your pallets, if you're picking up manually, will come out of here. Obviously this is a building from 22. Oh, one thing I didn't double check is make sure all the collisions were on here. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I'm just going to rub my nose against this wall. There we go. So yeah, that's getting there slowly. Now, obviously I haven't really showed them off properly yet. But if I come right here, we're going to go to the coffee plantation. So exactly, it's basically this similar to the hops plantation. I've just basically used that same visual. I've removed the bigger silo from it and changed the hops to coffee. Obviously these were the ones that we had on Canyon Crossing. So we do have the lovely little hops, the coffee should say, growing away quite nicely there. Pallets will spawn out here. As you can see, 3 rows of around about 4 per row. Obviously, I did create a new pallet just for this. I really didn't want to go in and add a fill plate and stuff. But yeah, this is a simple one to get up and running. All you need is water and a fertilizer product. So yes, another one. Actually, there's two more. You need more? Okay. um, Technically, if Mr. Green Thumb doesn't have any errors or warnings for this lot, you guys can have it right now if you really want to. This and the tobacco factory as well. Obviously, I've just taken the same thing again, removed the coffee, added in tobacco plants into this one. They're very little tobacco ones, but that's one of the ones we've had before. For some reason, I thought they were a lot higher, but guess not. Same thing, same setup as well. Water, fertilizer product for this. But this one, you will get tobacco bales out of this. Actually, you might be able to get one to show. Let's activate that. It doesn't take too long for it to... Oh, it's a 5,000... Oh, while I remember as well, for the tobacco bales, it's a 5,000 litre bale that spawns out of it. So for anybody who did the tobacco back in 22 and previously, think of the module bale, a cotton module bale, but shrunk right down. That's what this one will look like. Actually, I only literally placed this before going live because I forgot to activate it yesterday. But yeah, same thing again. The bales will spawn in here as well. It's just like the pallets over there. So we're going to leave that running. And hopefully, we should get some spawning before the end of the stream. So yeah, my orchard area is definitely coming on. I'm now kind of thinking I might need one more orchard, the large orchard place down. We'll see. But yeah, I do need to find a place to put the big tobacco factory as well. Actually, I could do that quickly right now. See, I do own this lot over here. Oh, and while I remember, I finally got all of the 10 bridges now officially built. Last night during Green Thumb's stream, I was able to pop in, had a little look. I only needed like a part pallet just of metal, I think it was, just to finish off the last bridge. And yay! Finally, so I now can officially say I've got all the bridges now going. I'm kind of thinking maybe up here. Let's have a little look, see what we've got. So we've got just the tobacco. I was going to say tobacco. The textile factory up here. Let's have a little look. There are 10. That's why I can't get them all. Yes, 10. There's 3 bascule bridges and 10 lift bridges on the map, PJ. There we go. Let's have a little look. See, I could put it there. Oh, that would be a nicer spot right there, maybe. No, I'm kind of saving that for something else that's a little bit longer. Yeah, I think that'd be fine there, actually. But yeah, the prices that these are, I'm going to leave them as they are. So 865,000 for the tobacco. Obviously, it is a bit bigger. The coffee factory is, I think it was 600. Okay, 562. I don't think that's too bad, really. You get 5 products coming out of it, so you can definitely pay it back very, very quickly. So yeah. If only there were 11 and a southern bridge. Oh, that's a point. Are they are set to invisible, aren't they? I don't know if I kept it in here. Obviously, there is the bridge pack as well. That's now on the in-game mod hub. Oh no, they are still here. Okay. See, now this is another thing as well. You could easily do, maybe, is if you're able to do it, could try and pan these 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 going across it. So yeah, I know T Miller back in 22 did a bridge pack as well. So you never know, he may one day bring them back. And while I think about it, let me just jump back in chat just to make sure I haven't missed any questions or anything. Let's see. Right, so that's where T Miller was asking me about that. Plan on getting that soon. Works great. Right, got that, got that. setting up the buttons is one thing, remembering is another. Yeah. Indeed, Mr. Green Thumb. Isn't there already a setup for Farm Sim? There might be. Obviously, there is the Hooray pack, but I don't want to go that expensive. I'm not that rich quite yet. But yeah, the star of the show is here. PJ, exactly. Yeah, there we go. I think we're good with good. Got Mr. NBC coming in there. Groovy, okay. Just be glad it isn't PV County, which had, yeah, I think it was 18 bridges on PV County, if I remember correctly there, Bodine. And obviously, what was it, 2,000, no, 25,000 of each of the products to go in to build each of the bridges. Yeah, it took a long time. But yeah, definitely worth it. So, for anybody who missed this back in 22, obviously this is the Black Buffalo Chewing Tobacco Factory. Also, we do have Mr. Boomhauer's one that's does the cigarettes, but yeah, I gave up cigarettes a long time ago, so I thought, why not do the chewing tobacco again? So for this, obviously, we're going to need very few products, actually. Mint, oranges, pallets, peach, and tobacco. Simple. Really is very simple. Outward products, we're going to get a mint chewing tobacco, an orange chewing tobacco, an original flavoured chewing tobacco, and a peach one. Simple. Also, I've kept the prices how they were in 22 as well, so hopefully that you'll get a pretty good benefit off of these. So yeah, if you got yeah, sorry, I had to add pallets into one of these. I am going to activate these because I do want to get these going. Obviously, once the tobacco is produced, it'll hopefully eventually come over here. But yeah, obviously, unload zone is only one this time. Just this one on the end for unloading all your pallets and stuff into. I couldn't remember exactly. Yeah. But yeah, what I've basically done is I've turned all of the other 4 bays into spawning areas. Now the pallets will spawn both sides of the area, so you could technically have a trailer left there for each product if you really, really wanted to. Obviously, you could just set it to dispute and be done with it. But yeah, very simple. Nice looking building. The only thing I may need Mr. Green Thumb Farmer's help with is the roof on the inside. You can see right through it. Yeah. So don't look inside of there quite yet if it does get released today. But thank you very much, Mr. Shawnee, for the T-Rex roar. So yeah, obviously this is coming along quite nicely so far on what 2. Obviously, I'm a test map plus this one. No warnings, no errors. One nice thing was, I did learn something as well with the pallets. I've been able to actually combine all the products. Yeah, it's a bit like a sunroof. So with this one, obviously it's 4 pallets coming out, products. I was actually able to figure out how to get all 4 pallets running off of the same i3D. Up until now, I've basically been setting them all up in to have one i3D per product. The nice thing now, I can do away with most of them now, which hopefully in the next version, or what I might do is work on an update right now to reduce the amount of i3Ds that are in there. Obviously, the less there is, the smaller the files, the easier the gameplay should be. Fingers crossed. So yeah, this one and the coffee factory are both set up now with the new way. So things like the brewery, board and dairy, anything that has a pallets that's basically the same can be run from the same i3D now, which is very cool. And actually, Giants added that to the base game stuff. So I'm wondering if they somehow heard me say that, or I don't know, somebody mentioned it to them. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So yeah, this is one of the things. Yeah, this is one of the things I've been working on over the weekend, Mr. Shawnee. Obviously, this is a chewing tobacco factory. There's a tobacco plantation that goes with it. There's also a coffee factory and a coffee plantation that I've done over the weekend. Actually, to be honest, I had the coffee one done Friday before I even went to bed. Um, so yeah, obviously I was sending pictures to Green Thumb Farmer. It was about 11:30, 12 o'clock my time. So yeah. Chewing, not. Yeah, obviously I gave up smoking, so that's kind of why back in 22 I want to do an alternate tobacco factory, and obviously chewing tobacco would be perfect. It is a joystick, dear. No, joysticks like that. There's probably tons of packing in there. Yes, two hands, probably. Yes, no, behave. Get. Oh, bless her. Are those on Trello? Not yet. What I can do, obviously, I haven't had any negatives from Green Thumb Farmer. So, what I can do, if I can find the folder that I put them in, Media Fire. I did upload them to the FS25. If I share the whole folder. Yeah, so we've got chewing tobacco, small coffee factory. Yeah. So what I'll do just for you guys, and I'll probably put them all of them up on my Trello later. I want to give you a link to click on, and that should, if I actually click on that, I can show you what to do. If I go to desktop, so what you should see is these two. This is the chewing tobacco factory that I was just showing right there. Obviously, in there is also a tobacco plantation. It's a two-in-one, basically. Same with the coffee factory. That's a coffee factory and a coffee plantation. Just literally click on it and then click on the little download. Yes, continue. And then click on the download right there. What I will do, if you guys are happy, I'll also put it up on my Trello, and I may do an updated version to go on my Trello for the Barrow Logistics. So yeah, it should work with Boomhauer's coffee garden thing that he did. As long as he's named them correctly and spelled them correctly, I should say. Yeah, this should both work in here as well, and vice versa. Mine should work with his, and his should work with mine. Gameplay. There it is. Hello, Mr. Badlad. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. But yeah, any issues with them, let me know. Obviously, I know Green Thumb never said anything to me, so I'm hoping they're good to go. I was quite thorough in making sure everything was working fine. You're good. Glad to hear it, Badlad. Good to see you again. Right then, so I need to try and find my little man truck. Da, 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 da. Right, you're finished there. Okay, you can go into the next field quickly. No, I haven't added alpacas yet. Right, you can go in there. You can do a little bit of mulching as well. Hey, finished. How you doing? Right. Oh, wow. Holy heck. I had him parked all the way over here. So, basically, overnight and a little bit of gameplay today, he shifted all the way there. You've been playing Satisfactory? Why am I not surprised? Right, okay. Oh, there's my truck. Let's go get in and do some rice harvesting. I'm halfway through the day and I've done very little. It's terrible, it really is terrible. So I've now actually gotten rid of all of my mini container storages now. Everything is going to Barrow Logistics, so it's kind of cool. And it's going in there and out of there. But yes, I need to find... Oh, no. I'm okay with the coffee factory now. The tobacco's down, the coffee's down, coffee factory... Okay, cool. I think I'm now up to date. Oh, potatoes. That's what I was meant to do. Okay. I'll get a hired helper starting on the rice field. This guy can be there. Obviously, this is. I don't think I've really showed this off. Obviously, you've got the grapes up here and my olives now. So yeah, I kind of took the idea from Green Thumb Farmer, and I thought it was a perfect place for putting at least a starter area, just for getting some grapes and olives on the go. I've already got them ploughed, mulched, fertilised, ready to rock and roll. Just need to sort out a harvester later on when that comes round. I'm not coming back until coming back to farming until alpacas are added. Call you could be a very, 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 very long time then there, bad lad. And you'll be missing out on so many cool maps and cool mods. Because obviously Mr. Dashnet has already made a start on a 16x map. So yeah. Yes, I have my next at. For some weird reason, he shifted all the way across there. There we go, so you can do that. Yes. Oh, interesting. Really? Are you going to make me have to do it myself for you? This is... Oh, I need to lower it down. Yes, obviously it's going to be Distance Shores, it's called. I'm pretty sure that says it's ready. Ready to harvest. Does this thing not do long grain rice then? That would be interesting. Next at... Let's have a look. Long grain rice. Long grain rice. So why is it not working? I did see that right. It does say ready to harvest. Yes, it is. Oh, jeez. Don't do that in real life. You might end up hurting yourself. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, there will be bridges, minion. There definitely will be. Right, I'm gonna go change combines. I'm gonna grab my other one. Glad I didn't get rid of my ideal. Yeah. So what I would recommend is that go onto Dajnet's Twitch account. If you haven't seen his last stream from, was it last week or the week? Yeah, last week it was, wasn't it? Go over, check out the map that's currently in progress. There's no estimate on when it'll be finished, but hopefully he will get it released at some point before the end of 25. It would be quite nice. Right, let's see what Mr. T Miller is sending me now. For later, how can I get the unload trigger the same as the unload error? Just drag it out. T Miller, hang on. So, time for a little bit of modding quickly to help Mr. T Miller out. So, let me go to desktop, let me open up. Oh, I don't know, let's go with the logistics center. Power logistics. Yes, it's long grain rice actually. This one here is normal rice. So let's find. Actually, so you've obviously got a trigger there. So cell station. So this is basically what you're looking at right now, T Miller, I'm guessing. Now, if anybody wasn't aware, with these, you can actually stretch them out, make them smaller, make them bigger, wider, whatever. Obviously, all this is basically as a cube. So for anybody who's done any form of modding, if you actually go to, you see these 3 points, there's a red one, a green one, and a blue one, or yellow, depending on what some people say. At the end of each point, there's this little square box. If you hold down your left mouse button on that and drag it out, you actually increase the size. So if I pan out a bit and do this to show you, you can actually, oh heck, hold down and go out. So you can literally make a trigger bigger or smaller. Obviously, if you do that on each point, it gets bigger or smaller depending which way you go. And obviously that also includes the height. So if you want a bigger box, obviously this probably wouldn't do it because it is a trigger and it's kind of limited. But yeah, you can definitely take it out on the red and the blue there, which is obviously your scale X and Z's. So yeah, just basically hold down the left mouse button, drag it out to whatever height you or length you want, then same with the width. So you can literally make an entire placeable area if you really wanted to. Even the size of the map. Obviously, once you've done it, what I would recommend is if you come into Edit, scroll down to where it says Freeze Translation, deselect these two, and just select the scale. If you click Apply, what that will do is that will make it a standard size, basically. So what will basically happen is when you load it into the game, it won't end up being too big or too small within the game. So always make sure that you freeze the scale on things as well. Now if you've duplicated this multiple times and you want different sized ones, that's where you have the problem. What I tend to do is I'll export the whole group and then bring it back in if I want to have different sized triggers. So yeah, it's literally that easy there, Mr. T Miller. Yep. Obviously, one thing as well, what you can sometimes do if it allows you, is you can edit this. But sometimes when it's got the rigid body, it won't allow you to edit this. So that's kind of why you then go with it where the arrows are. Obviously, I don't want to save it because I've made an edit. So yeah, no, don't save. So yeah, that's literally how easy it is. Oh, bless you. But yeah, just drag it out to the size of the trigger area that you want, T Miller. Freeze it, and you should be good to go. And then obviously you can do the same if you're doing a pallet trigger as well. Right, there we go. But yeah, I'm just going to check something in a sec. What Mr. Shawnee said. I'm pretty sure that was long grain rice I was looking at. Did I mix them up? Because this should be the rice. Okay. My bad. Okay. Well spotted there. I need the little rice planter then. Is the tobacco plantation on your... It's in with the chewing tobacco factory. Mr. Tony Trucker. It's basically the 2-in-1 as it were there. I'll show you what I mean as in 2-in-1. So I've got the desktop. Let me open this up. So when you download it, so here is the Chewing Tobacco Factory. If I click into that, so in here you will have both the tobacco plantation and the tobacco factory, hence the image where it shows both of them. So you got the tobacco factory and the plantation there. And it's the same with the coffee factory as well. So if I go back here, we'll bring up the small coffee factory. That has the coffee factory right there and the coffee plantation. So it'll all be in there ready for you. You don't need multiple mods being added, just those two. And the nice thing is it does show up in obviously the regular productions and the greenhouses for the plantations. So yeah. So yeah, ignore what Mr. Sim Game Matt says because it's not for Boomhauer. Well, yeah, I believe actually I haven't actually checked. I'm pretty sure that they're the same product, so they should work together pretty well. So yeah, as long as Boomhauer spelled it correctly in both of them, you should be fine for the tobacco and the coffee. What does the pallets from Orange Orchards come out at? Where does the pallets come out? Which one, E-Bone, are you using? Is it the large one, the medium one, or the small? That's why it took so long to download. There's probably a lot of people grabbing it right now. Actually, just out of curiosity, obviously I know only Green Thumb had it previously. I'm kind of curious how many we've got now. Let's have a little look. So yeah, there's about 20 people who just downloaded it in the matter of a few minutes of me posting it. So with the small ones, it'll be at the front of the orchards, basically where the unload trigger is. Obviously, the unload trigger should be a little bit away. So between the trees and the unload trigger is where the pallets should spawn, E-Bone. Obviously, if you'd asked me a week or so ago, I would say I showed you exactly, but I've obviously now replaced it with the large one. But yeah, but yeah, that's exactly where they go. Obviously, I don't know if PJ's changed hers yet, but yeah, I know PJ was on Friday doing a lot of the orchard works with the small one. So yeah, the small and the medium ones, from what I understand, both are spawning out in roughly the same place between the trees and the unload trigger. Obviously, with the new one, the big one, which I prefer, um, it has its own big area. And out of interest, are you up to date as well, E-Bone? Because obviously we're now up to update 8. That's the Cranberry Field, Large Orchard. This is the one I did. Visit. Obviously, now this is something else that's cropped up over the weekend since this being released. So with the large one, obviously the medium and the large can do all 12 orchard tree types in it in one go. As you can see right there, I've got all of them up and running. Obviously, this area over here is where your fruit products go into, and the water. Yep. This is where your pallets spawn. 3 high and about, well, I think it was 10 deep. So quite a bit, that's for sure. Now, with the orchard itself, obviously there's a second trigger in here, which is over in that far corner. It's basically located by the little wheelbarrow. Now, you will need to wait for this grass to grow, but I would recommend going on the in-game mod hub, grab one of the small ride-on mowers. Obviously, I've got the little zero turn over here, or what you want to call it, mower, this thing. That once this is long enough, I will be cutting it. Obviously, it's set to small, so you're going to have to wait a few in-game months before you can do it. But there's a big trigger here. Now, Green Thumb Farmer did notice that it does come across just a fraction of this side of the wall as well. So it's kind of a bit of a homage to how it was back in FS19. So yeah, it gives you a little bonus product to go in there just for the grass to go right in this area here. So yeah. Yeah, obviously the mod follow switcher is out of date right now, so don't use it. It's currently on version 3, and we are actually on version 8 now. As of about 2 months ago, when Mr. Dashnet decided he wanted to take a break to sort a few things out in his life, we've been doing it through the additional updates through his Trello, the second link basically. So yeah, if you're not up to date with update 8, I would recommend going over, get update everything through update 7, and then do update 8. So what I'm basically I might as well show you guys because if you might get confused about this part. So if I bring up Dashnet's Trello, there it is. So yeah, if you're not sure, obviously what version you're on at the minute, what I would recommend doing is coming here and it says PV Rivers through update 7. Click on this, download this. This is the entire mod pack up until this last update, okay? So download that. Once it's downloaded, unzip it, put them into your mod folder, replace all files it asks you to replace. Then once you've got that done, I would come to here to update 8. Obviously all the patch notes is right there so you can actually read what was updated. Then just click on that, download that mod pack, unzip it, move those mods into your folder, replace those files that were updated, the mods that were updated. And obviously when you then go into game, make sure to activate any new mods as well. Because obviously if you're say version 4, or still running update 4 or even update 6, you've missed out on quite a lot. Now obviously if you're on update 6 you could just go to the update 7 then do update 8 if you really wanted to. But yeah, if you're unsure, I would just go with everything through and then update 8. It makes life so much easier and it gets everybody all into one. Now one thing is, if you are 3-4 updates behind, one thing you may find is the first load up will probably throw off a few warnings for some products, so yeah. Just save, reload, and you should be fine. But yeah, there we go. That grass needs need for the large orchard is still confused me. Is it really? So it's you don't have to add the grass in if you don't want to, PJ. Basically, it's just an extra bonus. I kind of added in as a homage from the 19 one. Obviously, back in 19, we were able to put grass into it, which converted to blah, 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 blah. It converted over to compost within the orchard itself. And then, yeah, obviously with this way, it kind of does it grass to... God, it's confusing me now. Grass to compost to fruit product is basically how it works now. And that's running within the orchard itself. So, yeah, if you're running low on compost to get this up and running, or you haven't got the right products, get a mower, get some grass, shove it in that bottom corner, and you should be good to go. But yeah, once you've done it, you should be fine. Obviously, this is equivalent to 4 of those small ones that you have, PJ, as well. So obviously, yeah, it'll allow you to get rid of a lot of the stuff there. Oh, jeez. I'm so confused now, so yeah. But yeah, for anybody who hasn't been around, do not use the mod forward switcher to update. Just go over to Dagenet Trello and update from there. But how you doing there, Mama Doo? Welcome in, sweetheart. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Is there a way to lock that trigger? I'm working on so it will not move, i.e. with accidentally moving it. Unless you're moving it by accident within the i3D, shouldn't really move there, T-Miller. And I don't think it can be locked anyway, so no. Obviously, if you do accidentally move it, you can always do the go back thing. What you call it? Backspace. I was going to say backspace, but that's not what it is. Hang on. Hang on. I can't think of what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Let's come here a sec. So selling station, exit that. Let's make that a little bit bigger. So yeah, if say for instance you're doing this and you accidentally move that across by accident, what you can do, yeah, the undo button. Just click on the undo button and you should be good to go. I forgot, I couldn't think of what it was called there for a minute, but yeah. But yeah, do maybe after every action, do a quick save, do the next action, save until you're all happy. So if you do make a big boo boo, you can always just crash. Oh look, deer live! Look, there it is. Yay! Proof, come back, come back! It's running through my. Oh man, it's disappeared. It drowned. It drowned in my cranberries. Oh. Dang it, where are you? Come back. No! Anywho, yes, oh, cruds. I just suddenly realised, rice. I think I might have got rid of it. Did I? I can't remember. I did have a modified harvester for doing the rice. I might have gotten rid of it. Oh, fudge monkeys. I might be doing a bit of modding in just a sec. Oh, I have been hitting that button a lot. Yeah. And thank you very much, Tony's Trucker, by the way, for the Just Do It. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of modding myself. So let's save that. We're going to desktop. I think I'm already at the desktop. Yep. So what I want to do is to create a rice harvester that's a little bit bigger capacity. So I know it's an Izeki, but I can't remember which one. It's going to be a simple little edit. So it's going to be this little guy. So let me just create a folder. There we go. Call it fs25 underscore Izeki HJ 6130. And I'll call it BAM. So it's mine. Oh, by the way, how did Mama do answer me? I can't remember. Let's scroll back. I seen her saying hello, but I didn't see a reply. I hope she's okay. And oh, there it is. Doing good. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm doing great. By the way, Mama do thank you very much for asking. Right. So we need to go into FS25. We're going to data. We'll go to vehicles. We're going to find Izeki right there. And obviously we want the HJ6130, which is this one. Now, I might play around with the work with as well, but right now I'm going to grab you, I'm going to grab you, you, and you. We're going to copy, and we're going to dump it in here for the minute. Now, I'm not going to do anything over the top with this one. Just give it a bit of a capacity. Right then, let's close you. Let's just rename this BAM. Oop. Oh, I hit insert rather than delete. There we go. BAM. I'll probably mess around with some of the speeds and stuff later on, but let's clear that because I want to take it from the mod folder and that i3D. Let's have a look. Capacity. Here we go. There, configuration. So I'm going to copy. Right, so for anybody who wants to do multiple capacities, so what you want to do is select the fill unit configuration section. So like what I've got right here. If you actually go to that first one, do a space, enter name. I'm pretty sure it's name. I usually put. Let me just double check. Amenity. Because sometimes they do change. Oh no, I don't want that one. I want something with a capacity. CC maybe? What are you? You're an auger wagon, yeah. So sometimes they'll you use name. Other times it's something else, but yeah, name right there. Obviously, if you've got a mod that already has multiple capacities, you can always look at that, how it's set up. So yeah, name equals, and then the little quotation, and this is going to be called default capacity. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail with the unloading speed and stuff. I'm just going to up it just a little bit. But yeah, once you've got that set up, what you can do is select all of that. copy it. So obviously I do the Control C option. Obviously you could always do right mouse button and select it that way. And oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Copy, paste. Let's delete that line. And we'll just call this a BAM capacity. And I'm just going to add a 0 onto that. Now, see, one thing is when you start going really, really high with capacities, obviously the biggest issues you're going to have is things like weight. Now, what you can do is do the good old-fashioned update mass. Oop, there we go. Just so I can see what's going on. Update mass equals false in quotations, just like that. And that'll basically remove the weight issue in this thing. Obviously, remember to keep the M there as well in capitals, all the rest lowercase. Now, what you can do as well, if you really wanted to, semi-simulate real life thing, you could do update max mass as well. So, you know, within the game, you can have it where it's set to max mass within the game where it fills the trailer so far, but then stops when it's not at 100% full. It could be like 89% full. That'll help you to override that a little bit, but still get that weight as well. Obviously, we're going to up that speed, which is right there. So speed limit value equals. What does this go at anyway? Out of curiosity, max speed 12 kilometers per hour. So yeah, we'll just set it to that. That'll be fine for the minute. I can always play around with that later on. So yeah, once you got that, so we've got our capacity, we've got the weight limit removed. That is what it should show name-wise in the store. Default capacity plus a Billy Alpaca one. The only other thing you would need to do is sort out the discharge. So with 20, I'm not really gonna up it too much. If I can find it here, so pipe configuration, discharge. So this empty speed right here under the dischargeable configuration area, this is how many liters comes out of that base game pipe. So it's a, was it 2,000 liter capacity? So if I was to do 1,500, that's not going to take too long for that bigger one to unload. But obviously, you can actually set multiple ones of these up in a different way, and as you change the capacity, it will change the discharge as well. Have a look at some of the ones I've done already if you are interested in learning some of that. But yeah, there we go. I think that'll do for now. The only other thing I do tend to do is add in a little 0 onto these, and they seem to last a little bit longer, which is quite nice. Right, so while I'm here, let me grab a mod description from there. We'll edit that in just a sec. So in here, we're going to take out a lot of things. So I think it's 96 or 95 is the current one. So I will say it's 95 at the minute. Obviously, make sure that you got your author is your name. Obviously, if you're editing something and you're maybe handing it on to somebody else, always keep the original modders' names there. So many people delete them. It's disrespectful, guys. Please don't do that. Just add yours on into the end. So many people have done that, and it's like, no, I know you didn't make it from scratch. It's somebody else's. uh, right, I'm going to copy that. And this is one reason I don't download too many people's mods now. So that's going to be that. So obviously this lot can go away. For now, I'm just going to call it a work in progress. Now, icon wise, we're just going to use this store image for now. Obviously, later on, what I can do is make a little edit of that so it's a slightly different and just call it a mod icon. In your mod description as well, if you are making a mod, make sure that you have this line in. This basically allows any mod to go onto a multiplayer server. If it's not there, it just doesn't seem to like it at all. Let's put it that way. We'll get rid of that. And obviously the next thing is we're going to need the XML name, which is that one right there. I'm going to copy that. And we're going to paste that into there. And yeah, I'm going to leave that there. The only other thing I do need to do is change this to Billy Alpaca. Yeah, modding. So that will go into my own category. Hopefully, if I did that, spell that right. We'll close that. We'll close that, and I'm just going to pop that into my mod folder. And we can come out, save that. Especially when they take a mod from Dave and release it as if it's theirs. Yes, exactly. And it's not just from Dave, to be honest. Not to go into too much details, but I know somebody released a harvester in FS22 for doing root crops. I know for a fact that it was originally done by somebody else. Another modder actually converted it over to 22. They've taken that and yeah, put their name into it, removed everybody else's, put their name in there, saying that they created it. Yeah, and the worst thing is, this is why I don't go onto these other websites that have mods. I keep calling them third-party websites, but yeah, it's friggin' annoying. And the worst thing is, a lot of you guys, when 25 came out, were downloading mods that weren't actually officially from the original modders off of these websites. Yeah, without you even realizing it. I just want to check something quickly. Okay, nothing spectacular. Okay. There is one thing I do want to have a grab at some point, but not right now. So obviously one thing is that is a new mod. Oh, I did have a little clear out of my mod folder. I'm now down to 157 mods. So yeah, right, where is that little Izeki thing gone? Izeki, there he is. So a little rice harvester there, bad lad. Obviously, I've already got the planter. Seems to be kind of working okay. I might actually combine them into the same pack once this is up and running properly. I might do a second one of this where it has a wider work width, but we'll see. Did you make the harvester? This is actually a Giant's harvester that I've just done a quick edit on for the capacity. Now, obviously, for anybody who hasn't done rice and long grain rice, with 25 obviously Giants added in the rice and long grain rice base game, which get planted into a bogged field. Obviously, with the rice, you have to flood the field first, use a special rice planter to plant the rice, or a modded seeder planter. I know nothing. Well, obviously, when it comes to obviously, with the long grain rice, you can just use a normal planter or seeder, and then flood the field. Right, when it comes to harvesting, long grain rice is harvested with a normal combine and a normal grain header. With the normal rice, though, you need a special harvester, which is the one I've just literally modified to have a bigger capacity and a bigger speed for harvesting. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. But let's get into the gameplay quickly while this is loading. Hopefully it won't be blank for too long. Obviously remember we've got exclamation mark fish and exclamation mark drop in chat as well. And while I think about it, I'm going to do a drop and a fishy because I got a button box and I can do it now. It's great. Oh, Bodine knocked me out. That's rude. Bad Bodine. That should be my shot. Well done. Well done. But yeah, actually, I'm kind of curious now. I'm very, very curious. Let's see something. While this is loading up a sec, I'm going to have a little look in the i3D. Now, usually, I'm going to say, in the i3D, there will be a work area set up within usually the main component, this one here. It could be the header, I'm not quite sure. Let's have a look. We'll stretch that out. So there's the main component. Work area right here. So this is basically the area that it harvests with. Now, if I was to click on that first one, so work area start, and drag that out that way, or I could actually come into here and set it to 10, for example. What I'd also need to do is do the same with the rest of these. So this one, that's interesting. So the start and the height are both obviously, as you can see, on the same side, so we can set that to 10 on that side. The work area width, obviously that's on the opposite side, the negative. So what you could do is set that to -10, for example. Now obviously this does also have a chopper in it as well from the looks of this at the back. I'm not sure if we're going to need to edit that. That could be something to look at later on. But yeah, sometimes you may need to edit these as well. So obviously you'd have the start and the height coming out this way and the width coming out that way. Now one thing as well, while I remember, is if you are editing the work area in the i3D, you may also might want to come into the AI section here and set up this here. So the left and the right. So the left would need to be set to +10, and then the right would need to be -10. That will then allow the AI helper to do the harvesting for you at that new work width. So that's kind of cool. So if I do that, I'll select that as well. We're going to export that, call it the same, and we'll do V10 on the end. We'll save that. No, I don't want to do anything with that first one. So technically we've now got two i3Ds there. The first one is the base game width. And then this one here is obviously that 10 meter one. Obviously you'd have to then create a XML to match with that. So yeah, we'll get to that later on. But it's very, very easy to be honest. Right then, so if I come into here, hopefully if I spelt my name right, or my modding title there it is. So there is the Izeki. So we have a default capacity, and we have a BAM capacity. Ooh, 20,000 liters. We're going to, yeah, we'll release that for now. Obviously, what I can do is work on seeing if I can get some of this other parts colorable. I did once before, and I don't know what I did with it. Well, that's a good question. Did I upload that? Thinking about it. Izeki. Because if I have to go through all this again, it'd be a pain. GHI. No. Maybe rice harvester? Nope. Okay. I just wanted to double check what I had uploaded to my drive there. Nope. But yeah, cool. There we go. So, we're going to take a little drive. See, this is only 12 miles per hour. Holy cripes. It could be a little while, but yeah, let's go for it. But that's the basics. Obviously, one thing I did do is I have shown off how to do like the adding the color and stuff onto a vehicle or a piece of equipment. Obviously, it's up on my YouTube if anybody is interested. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll even do an updated version where I'm a little bit more confident. But it's literally it is very, very simple. Believe me. Oh, what's Mr. T Miller sending me now? Let's have a look. When I am far away, the building is white. As I get closer, the texture comes into view. Is there a way to fix that? Usually the in your i3D you may have a LOD1 and LODO. Make sure that they're set to around about this same texture there, T-Miller. Same thing with when editing vehicle colors as well. You got to try and find the two differences. Otherwise, if I panned right out, say for instance, if I got to here, I could come out a bit further, it would go white. But if I come back in, it's the two LODs. You got to make sure that they're set up correctly as well. Depending on, actually, what are you using anyway? Yeah, I think that looks like the LODO is probably not set right to the right texture. Looking at that. Interesting. There we go. Oh yes, I definitely need to work on a higher speed for this thing. Jeez. Can you make it faster too? I probably could. Now, I might even be able to tweak it while I'm going along here. Because this thing is slow as heck. Let's do a little bit of playing in the XML. Not the greatest when it comes to doing motor configurations, to be honest. Because yeah, a lot of the time I break things. So I'm going to temporarily... Best thing to do is find something that has a decent speed already and look at how their motor configurations is set up in the XML and have a little play around. Usually you'll find it works great that way. Right now I'm actually going to look at, because obviously I need to keep an eye on driving, but in on my one of my other monitors I'm looking at one of my aux bows. Because obviously I did increase the speed on all three of my harvesters. And I'm just going to copy some of the settings there. Welsh Wizzy, thank you very much for the resub for 11 months. Much appreciated. How you doing, bud? Let's move that across to there. Hopefully, I'll be able to reload this little dude in-game without it crashing. If it does work, I might be able to get this going a little bit faster. So I'm just going to change the torque, the horsepower. So I'm setting the horsepower to 780, the torque scale to 3.205, and the minimum RPMs to 550, and then the max RPMs to 4,200. Hopefully that should be fine for the minute. That looks fine, that looks fine. Obviously forward, maximum forward speed 50. There we go, let's try that. I'll keep that open for the minute. Yeah, the brakes as well. Let's see, what was that said? I'm pretty sure it says brake force 2. So yeah, definitely up that to, oh, what do I usually go with? 18. We'll go to 18 as well with that. 18. We'll save that. Well called. Right. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to save it first, because sometimes when I reload, especially on this map, on this save game, it will reload, but in maybe about 5 minutes, the game will just shut down, and it's like I've lost a whole lot of time, so yes. Now, the nice thing is, if we come into here, we can GS vehicle reload. Obviously, any vehicle that you're in will basically reload within the game without having to shut down and reload. Now, obviously, initially it's not going to show anything here. Obviously, it still shows 12, but if I hold down the 2, that's now up to 50. If I press 3 for the cruise, let's see how that did. Okay, needs a little bit of tweak, but it is a little bit faster. So I've literally gone from 12 kilometers an hour, and obviously it is kilometers, that's what the base game is, up to 23. There could be a limit on these. I'll have to have a little play around and see if I can go any higher. But that isn't too bad. It's not going to take forever. So yeah. But yeah, things like if you're doing buildings, modding with buildings, at the minute you cannot reload that way. With it, if you do have to make an edit, you'd have to then shut down the game and then go back into it. It's a pain. Obviously, the nice thing is with the Easy Dev tool, back in 22 and previously, we were actually able to go into like one of the triggers for a production or a building and reload it in game. It was a lot easier. That is for definite. I'm trying to think, did I miss anything else that would affect that? Possibly the gear ratio could be tweaked a little bit, maybe. But yeah, I don't tend to do vehicle engines and stuff anymore. Tinkered around with them back in 19, and that was about it. Let's see what the gear ratio is on these. So minimum forward gear ratio. Oh, that might drop it down. 28.5. And also, reloading in the game as well is going to be another thing that's going to... Oh, that brake force definitely worked. If you do it multiple times, it can cause the game to crash and shut down as well. Let's try that. So I've just gone through and lowered the minimum forward gear ratio. It was like up in the 60s. Oh, there we go, that's better. Now it's down to 28. Wee-ha! Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that worked. So the minimum forward gear ratio is now 28.5. So yeah, that helped. We'll leave it there for now. Now if obviously we're going cruising at 50, that could probably actually go a lot higher, but if we hit the brakes and the game crashes. Yeah, I was expecting that. Yeah, this is what happens if you do it too many times. This is what happens to me anyway. The game basically crashes. There we go. Actually, while I'm at it, I might as well come into here and we're gonna copy that a sec. Oh, we're gonna pop it there. We're gonna rename. We're gonna bring that other one in as well and just have a little tinker around. So V10. I don't know why I called it V10. Weird. I don't know. We'll come into here. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna come into here. We're going to change that so that loads that one. But with this one, close that a minute. We're going to dramatically increase the capacity. Here we are. We're going to put a 0 on the end of that. For the minute, we're going to up that. And the discharge we're going to up as well. So that's 20. We'll do 15,000. Be fine. We'll save that. Actually, I'm going to change the name on this one to V1.0. Save. Also, always add things into the mod description. So we need to copy that. And we want to copy XML name. Paste it into there. I'm going to save that for the minute. Bump, bump. Now it's going to be running off the same image, but it can always be changed later on. Hello, that's still open. But let's give this a go and try. Let's see if we can break a vehicle, hey? Ah. I used to get Reaper to do my vehicle edits. Yep. The nice thing is, obviously, if you can actually learn how to do some of the stuff yourself, it makes life so much easier. But obviously, I know Mr. MP7 Reaper, and it's not really modding for farm sim, I don't think, nowadays, as much as he used to. Now, one thing I always make sure, yeah, it did save, good. So we'll get that going. Good luck controlling that. Now, one thing you could, obviously, yeah, that's another thing as well. Where you increase the speed on things, obviously, as you've seen with that little harvester a minute ago, it became very top heavy, I suppose, is the best way. What you could technically do, and this is not something I tend to do often with stuff, but up near the top is the center of mass. This right here. What you could do is reduce this down so it goes further down from the actual machine and should help stabilize it a little bit more. So bear that one in mind as well. Ew. You could also increase the weight of the actual vehicle itself to keep it more stable. So yes, you got a cruiser now. Yeah, that was quite a quick, easy one. Sometimes I've done that and it's taken me 3 or 4 or 5 tries to get the blinking thing working. Oh, I know, Mamadou. I know. I will, if everything works out and I can get some color added to it, I will put it up on my Trello. Actually, I've already made a start on a cedar, a planter, rice planter. For anybody who hasn't seen it, it will hold up to 8 pallets of rice saplings. Um, every now and again, sometimes the counter on it doesn't quite show correctly, but overall, it's usually quite accurate. But yeah, as long as you got 8 in there, you should be fine. I've actually got it over here. How you doing there, Big Tanks Gaming? Enter. So this little thing, see, I can see right now it's showing 100% on the rice. Obviously, I could up this one. This is a full bag, 1,000 litre capacity on fertilizer, and 8 pallets of saplings. Oh, excuse me. So yes, I still need to go in and finish off adding colours. It should be pretty easy. But yeah, as long as this harvester works. Actually, let's grab that other one first as a test, shall we? Because that would be a better option. So we want V1.0, which is that one. No warnings, no errors, so that's good. We'll go for the default capacity. And we're just going to lease this. And the nice thing is it does show 50 kilometers. I should actually up that and see what it can actually go at with those specs. Let's go with that. Okay, foot down. There we go. Slow and steady. I bet that could definitely get up, I don't know, what, 80, 90 kilometers maybe? Now, one thing you could always do is with the maximum speed, set it to maybe 100 or 200 and just hammer it, see what it can go at. What I tend to do is just drop it down a little bit lower than where the maximum it will reach. Oh, I did put down Green Thumb Farmers' other diesel production as well. But yeah, that's not bad, that's quite steady. Obviously no sharp turns, otherwise it will tip over. But it's not too bad really. Obviously if you're going to come up to a corner, yeah, reduce the speed though. Slow down a bit. Let's get back into the game. Hey, there we go. But you're doing good? Good. You're okay? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. It's obviously the end of this year. I do want to get my piggies in. I just need, I think it was a grain to go in, so if I get some sorghum, yeah, that's going in there, spare, or wheat or barley or something. The only thing is I don't know how long it will last. But yeah, that's a bit nifty little thing. Now the big test is going to be that work width. Also we set it to 10 on one side and minus 10 on the other, so that should in theory be a 20-meter working width. So we'll find out in just a wee while. If I want to increase the cycles per month for a production, is there anything other than the cycle changes that needs to be changed? No, you could just do that if you wanted their sim game map. Obviously, the easier option, rather than changing the cycles, you could always just change the capacities on the output side of things. So you keep the same cycles. Obviously, the more cycles you've got, the more your game is going to run, which could cause a lot of lag. So bear that one in mind. So yeah, I'd look more to looking at the capacity on the output side of things. You could always double it if you really, really wanted to. But look, see, I'm sure he was level with that field, and he's moved. There we go. You have a nice shade. I'm trying. I'm slowly bringing the trees along. I've actually been debating whether I want to make these fields bigger. Even though they're quite big fields, I'm almost debating on adding in maybe a row of trees first, then just bringing out maybe a plough worth all the way around. We'll see. We shall see. Right then. I don't think this thing needs to unfold, so we should be fine. Now then. Turn you on. You're lowered. And... oh, look at that. There we go. That definitely worked. Right. Let's just check. So that is automatically detecting that it's 20 meters, so that's good. Actually, we'll do the hired helper. Just make sure that it works on corners and such. We'll hit H. We're just going to sit here and watch it. Didn't think that was an option. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anything's an option. To be honest, yeah. To be honest, increasing the output amount is probably better than changing the cycles, in all honesty. Obviously, now that this has actually got a higher drive speed, the work speed could be increased even more now. But yeah, that definitely worked. Now what I'm thinking is that chop area, that second 3 in the i3D, where under the work area, I'm guessing it's probably that effect right there. So I'm glad I didn't change it, so that's good. Sometimes it needs to be changed, sometimes it doesn't, so it's cool. I need to get some rice down. Yes, you do. Actually, ooh. I don't think I've done a second version of the rice plant to see if I can get that with a wider works width as well. I might have to do that. You put both to about 30? Yeah. Yeah, what I might do is, obviously after the stream, because sort of time's ticking on, I might load this up onto maybe one of the base game maps, set it to like 200 kilometers per hour, see what it'll hit at the maximum, and then start seeing where the max work speed would be. But yeah, I'm thinking about 30 as well, building drive speed, maybe if it can get to 70, maybe 80, it should be fine. But yeah, so far he is doing fine. He's getting in the centre of where he should be. He's not missing anything, which is quite nice. Ugh. Will make modders out of me, yeah, definitely. uh, but yeah, I think the next thing I need to work on is something for my poplar. Hmm. I know there's a few things out there already. That's the only problem. Would I want to do an unrealistic harvester like this? I have no idea. That is what I put regular grain and corn headers to as for the work speed. Okay, yeah. So I've got to think, yeah, kilometers. I think that's usually about 20. I usually double whatever it is in base game. So if it does say 7 or 8 kilometers an hour, I'll double that. Yeah. But well, will be good for a 16x map for harvest. Yep, it definitely would be. It sure would be. That's a good sized field. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take. But we're just going to sit here, chill, and watch it. So yeah. What field number is that? It's a nice. So this is field 21. I basically converted most of it into one rice field. At the bottom here is a little area for poplar. So yeah, it's a little, yeah. I kind of want to maybe expand it out a little bit for 22. So yeah, fairly cheap. So 2,125,000 for that one, and 1.2 for the other field. But yeah, he's missed a little bit just there, but it could be the placement of the field. So I can always go back afterwards. Not to worry. But yeah, the big thing is going to be going up and down. But saying that, if he does a headland, fine. Which he seems to be at the minute. Why the heck not? Is there a PV spinnery that makes fabric at a higher rate? There is a PV textile factory there, Ebone. Where are we? Productions. Obviously, it was the textile factory from previous years. It's now been rebranded. Let me jump over to it. Obviously, this is in respect for Mr. Kushi UK Gaming, who passed away unfortunately just before Christmas. So yeah, in the pack should be that one right there. Obviously, you've got the unload trigger. Actually, I want to look at the unload trigger in this thing because it doesn't seem to be working quite right for me. Um, so you got unload area there for cotton, for wool, stuff like that, going inwards anyway. Um, there's a spawn area here where the pallets going out will spawn. Plus, this will also do things like bale gnat and bale twine, which will spawn over here, and will be able to be used in the base game or any modded baler. So yeah, there is things out there. Fabric. But yeah, got fabric in here, we've got clothes, we've got pillows, bale net, bale twine, and sweaters. Now, see, the nice thing after this last update, I did lower the cotton usage in all of the recipes. So rather than it being like 2,400, it's now 2,400 cotton to make a fabric there, for example. I haven't got any cotton at the minute. I should have planted some. I think it was not that one. This one here was 1,600 cotton to make one little bit of bale twine, bale net, whatever it is. Yeah, that's wrong. So that's been dropped dramatically. Same with that one there. So yeah. So yeah. Obviously, if there's any issues, blame Green Thumb Farmer because he did it. But yeah, you can use this one as well. But yeah, it is a good one. I like it, and it's nice that we're remembering somebody who was a big part of the community who's no longer with us in physical form. So yeah. Yeah, it came in like update 6, update 7, definitely Bodine. I think it was 6 actually, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was 6. Let's see what was last in update 7 on Dave's Trello. Okay, yeah, so update 7 did have the textile factory added, along with the small vinegar factory, the butcher shop, and the juice factory. Cool, okay. Clever boy. Yeah, it's missing a little bit around the outside, but to be honest, that could just be an overlap on the when it was planting. I've had it previously with other fields where it'll just go outside of the actual field boundary. It's fine. Overall, so far he's done a pretty good job. I am happy with it as it is, so that's good. Now the fun part would be when it comes to unloading. Let's find. Let's think. Can we fit that over the top of one of those dump beds? I'm pretty sure I've done it before. If not, I'm going to need this sort of thing. Um, do, 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 do. We'll sort that out in a minute. I want. I need. Where the heck are you? Ooh, actually, I could use you. Let's drop that here for the minute. Alright, there we go. Because I knew I had a trailer over here. Now this is actually the tractor. For anybody who was watching me back on Riverbend, I was able to pull it off of this save game, thanks to a lovely little mod that allowed me to transfer it over. And the strange thing is, it's blue. So this is actually a Steyr 6280. Now if you actually bring it up in game, I can never remember. I think it's a medium, isn't it? Oops, didn't mean to hit that button. That one. Steyr. Is it medium or yeah? This one. Yeah, because it shows I've got one. So the thing is, in game, if you come bring it in here, I don't see any version that shows a blue coloring in there. Oh, so you got this wheels. That's wheels. Panoramic. It's kind of strange. How do you get a blue version? Somehow I got a special from the base game. That's what gives me as well. uh, this was actually on sale. Oh, what was it? I think Darius actually raided me, and I'd just gone into the menu to see what was for sale. I haven't been in there for a while actually. And this popped up. I thought, oh, that's quite nice, and it looks really good with the twin narrows on as well. So yeah, I was able to bring it over here and I thought, why not get some use out of it? It's got 48.1 hours in it so far, so that's just off of the base game map. I thought, why not carry on using it? But yes, it's slowly getting along over there. Look at that. It's coming together. A couple more productions down there, and I think I'll be fine for up here. I've got the vinegar factory and just a couple of small ones. Maybe something in here, I don't know. Might just leave it. So yeah. I've got Free-to-Lay there. We got Sam Adams. Can't even get the camera any further out. Oh, can just about. So we got. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Got the glass factory up there. Does the vehicle switcher mod not work in FS25? Yes, it does. Depending on which one you're on about. Obviously, if it's the one that brings up the menu on your screen where you can scroll through it instead of tabbing. Yep, I've seen, I think it's MP7 Reaper using it, Impact 7 using it, several other people are using it, but yeah, not really my bag, to be honest. I did actually remove that other vehicle management mod. Took too long to figure things out, and yeah, I wasn't even using it, to be honest, so yeah, I ended up just getting rid of that while I was clearing out a load of mods. But yeah, I did save some of the ones that I'd already downloaded, to be honest. Let me, oh, there we go. 10 mods that I kept. One is the bridge pack, just as a backup. Obviously I do have it in this save game anyway, just to play around with it. The central warehouse pack, I did download it, had a little look at it. It might need to be edited. I don't know if anybody's using it, but in the pack itself there is a trailer that comes within the pack that allows you to fill the trailer kind of like this tipper here. It allows you to put pallets into it. Kind of works the same way as the Hispano Modern containers from 22, the TLX stuff from 82 Studios. So yeah. The only problem is it's set to product category. It was product, and I think it's a custom one that they've added. Now the only problem with that is a lot of the pallets on here are actually set to sell station product and sell station product food. So unless you know how to edit it, yeah, it might not work. Let's put it that way. But I think it would be, I don't think I've got it in here actually. Let's have a look. I suppose it'd be under probably semi-trailers. That's my one. No. But it's basically an edited one of these that has the palette visuals and stuff like the 82 Studios stuff. It's not bad. Not a big fan of the warehouses themselves now that Barrow Logistics is set up a lot easier with the second version of it. Yes, I've got that. I've got that. All the class tractors that I downloaded in the Scorpion, that is in my other folder. The Demco, I may use that at some point. It's an overload wagon basically for in the field. I haven't used them as much as I should have or wanted to, but yeah, maybe one day. And also that farms cleanup mod, I've got that in another folder. I only tend to add that as and when I need to remove any stumps. It's a not bad mod, but it does cause people issues. I will say that with it. But yes, that's those two fields. They need to be ploughed up at some point. I do want to get that grass field done before. Oh, actually, should I leave it for the minute? I get at least one more cut off of it. Yeah, what I think I'll do, that grass field by the BGA, I'll leave it for the minute, get one more cut off of it, then winter I can get it ploughed up, replanted, set up for next year. Okay, that's a good idea. Sorry, me thinking outside the box there. So yeah. uh, sorry guys. I like to think outside the box. Right, and so yeah, so what I'll probably do tonight is I'll work on getting colour added onto the planter for the rice saplings, as well as the harvester. If all goes well, hopefully that will be up on my Trello in the next day or two for you guys to play around with. And then, yeah, poplar. So I'm going to need to get some vineyards. So I might grab Green Thumb Farmer's vineyard pack actually. I know he's got some harvesters, so I might grab that and use them. There we go. Right, let's see how that little dude's doing. Okay, he's still going. And so far, so good. Yeah, definitely think I'll up that to I'll do that now actually. 30 speed limit, there it is. That's going to be the work speed on that one. We'll put that to 30 as well. So that's kilometers. And I'll have to do a little test on the maximum speed for this thing because it might go a little bit faster as well. Once Easy Dev comes out, I will. Some other mods I'm using in the meantime. Yeah, obviously at the minute using power tools. It's alright. It's getting very close to what the Easy Dev tool does. But yeah. One thing I do like about the power tools right now is they did add in the option for instantly planting your fields again. They never had that in the 22 version, but it does now. Didn't know you can rice fields up. Yep. It took a little bit of extra working, but yeah. Just get the points out a little bit further as far as you can, and you should be good to go. This one. Actually, let's see if we can do a little test on another field. See what we can get. So this one's just been planted. Let's do a little test to see just how big this will allow us. So let's start down on this field. Now, change placement height. Ooh, you can change the placement height. Really? Oh, I never noticed that before. Oh, that's just cheeky. You can make it go higher or lower. I don't know if that's a mod I'm using, but it probably is. Interesting. Toggle snap off. Oh. God, I'm learning things, guys. I'm learning things. There we go. Right, let's see. So, what you can do, obviously, if you come up, say for instance, this pops up where it says the corner is too far. What you can actually do is put a point down there and carry on out as far as you can, if you really wanted to, up to there, and then we'll go up this way, maybe, if it's going to allow me. Nope. Let's go back a minute. But yeah, the best thing to do is just play around with it and see how big you can. You can get it. I always recommend loading up a save game, just playing around with things, see how big you can get them, how small. But yeah, as you can see from here, this is obviously field 20. What did I say? 22, wasn't it? And I nearly got the entire field made into one big rice field. Obviously, X-Man, he's got some pretty big rice fields. I turned 22 into one large rice field as well, the entire field. So yeah, just play around with it and see how well you get on with it. Obviously, the bigger they are, it's going to take a little bit longer to harvest. That's the only downside to it. But yeah, that's doing not too bad. I'm happy with that. I've been things since race to get past. Yes, I know, Bodine. I keep missing it. That's the problem. I usually just drag it out, and obviously go into hit F4 and use the grid. The worst thing is, I even seen I think it was X-Man doing that the other day. I think JD mentioned it to him, say, "Oh, hit this key and hit this key," and then obviously he was getting the lines straight and stuff. So yeah, make it wider. It will take less time. Yet, teaming like that isn't that wide enough. Actually, it's a little bit off-centered looking at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks a little bit shorter on this side than it does that side, actually. So that's 10 on 10. Now the thing is, if yeah, it depends on where the central node is. If it's right in the middle of the harvester, yeah, it could be slightly off if it's not centered correctly. Hmm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 18, 19. Yeah, slightly off center. I'm guessing the main node in the i3D is probably somewhere here rather than maybe in the center of the header itself. So I might have to just adjust this side a little bit, or this side bring it in a little bit closer. Little tweaks here, little tweaks there. That's the problem. May I have a copy, please? A copy of what there, Farmer Marks? This thing? Everybody's going to have a copy very soon, hopefully. Also, I'm going to go in, try and add colour to it. And yeah, if I can get all the colours working, yeah, I'll have it out on my Trello either today, tomorrow, or latest Wednesday, okay? Along with the rice sapling planter that I did as well. So yeah. Kill, yeah. Yeah, if I can get colour onto the other one as well, it'd be great. You know me, I gotta add colour onto stuff. I have to. Nearly everything I've done so far, has colour options. I don't think I've added it yet onto this planter. Let's have a look. Where the heck is the planter gone? I also need to add it into my category. Nope, it's not there. Or do I not have it active? I'm sure I do. It's right there. Yeah, I'll see if I can get some colour onto like the blue, the white parts and stuff. It's probably an easy edit, but we shall see. But yeah, 8 pallets of saplings you can fit into that. But one thing I will say is the display for the counter for the saplings is a little bit iffy at times. It shows okay sometimes, other times not. It needs to be pink. Indeed, bad lad. Indeed, for Mamadou. Yes, that's why I tend to go in and add colours like that into pretty much everything I've currently got. So if you want to, and obviously whenever I show things off, I always go with pink as a primary colour. Pink, then purple, and then if it's got a third option, I'll try and find something else to highlight that as well. But yeah, craziness, crazy. Still need to test my colour fix, yes. Hopefully you got it working, Bodine. Hopefully you got it working. And catch you later, Mr. T. Miller. Cool. I'm off to work, so maybe I can get finished on the factory. Okay, cool. Yes, Mr. T. Miller is working on a little something for you guys. Hopefully it'll be coming out soon. Yes, you're waiting for it, Mamadou. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there for today. Oh, I really wish I could go a little bit longer, but yeah. Joys of being a carer, isn't it? So, big, huge thanks to all you guys for coming out today. Much appreciated. Obviously, I will be back here. Probably. No, I'm not sure if I'm going to still be in August, but I might be into September, which means more harvesting. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to work on getting this colorized. I'll work on the planter to get colorized as well over the following hours. Oh, great. Look at that. That Thrustmaster is now showing up on eBay. Cheeky sods. Yeah. But while you guys are watching that, I'm just going to see if I can find someone to raid out to. Now, I do see somebody currently playing on the map. Ba, 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 ba. Yes. I like to try and keep it with the farm sim theme. She's probably still out there lurking and listening and watching. But yeah, obviously a big huge thanks to obviously all you guys for coming out today. Much appreciated for all the sound alerts, for the bees, the resubs. You guys are absolutely amazing as always. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have my stream deck now. I wouldn't have my joystick, which I'm going to be playing around with in a minute as well to get that hooked up. Yay! You guys are great. But yeah, also one thing I will do in a little while, I will post links for the coffee factory and my tobacco factory on my Trello as well, if anybody didn't miss it. So you guys are more than welcome to play around with that. Obviously, any issues, let me know as soon as possible as well. But yes, we are going to go see Ms. PJ Trap 23. Looks like she's getting ready to possibly do some sugar cane? Not quite sure. Looks like it's getting very close anyway. Thankfully, she's right on the top of my list. Yay, finally. But I will see you guys on Wednesday. And thank you to Michael Heb over on YouTube for the subscription. Cool. But yes. Have a great rest of your day. Oh, and by the way, happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I nearly forgot. But until next time, guys, have a great one, and I'll see you again later. Bye for now.